Everybody enjoys victory. You always hear about feats of greatness, when a new demon list level gets verified or when an old impossible level rises from the dead. Do you ever consider what drives it? Not only just the time and attempts spent, but the mental exhaustion and heartbreak? Well, it's not that deep. Sorry if you're expecting a somber intro, I had to make this interesting somehow. Mental hurdles are definitely a factor, but if it wasn't worth it, we would never be playing this game in the first place. So then, what does it really mean to grind a level? I mean, if I were to beat something in, let's say, 100 attempts, is that even really a grind? Well, there isn't a set in stone definition, but usually you would consider something a grind if you spent a lot of time and effort consistently trying to beat it. You may not realize, but every grind in this game is very similar in a lot of ways. Obviously, not every grind is the same and doesn't have the same structure, but generally you can split them into 5 phases. Let's get into the first phase on that note, the learning phase. This is the easiest part of the grind, of course. Learning starts with either practice mode or start positions, and the first run through of the level is quick to get a feel for things. After trying the level for a bit, the next step is to learn sections as a whole. This is usually done using start positions, and sometimes you'll see some players skip the first step and move here first. Keeping an eye on every little aspect of the level is key here. This is where you learn the intricate timings and movements that you may gloss over at first glance. The process splits apart for a bit at this point. Where you go from here in terms of learning can change based on the style of gameplay you're approaching. First, let's go over memory. Why is everything green, red, and flashing? What's with the text flying around telling me to spread joy? Anyways, as I was saying, this is the memory level. As the name suggests, a majority of the learning process for a memory level is memorizing it. Scary, I know. Sometimes you can get away with brute forcing through the level to find a path, but most of the time you'll want to watch a video to learn it quicker. This takes a long time, but not nearly as long as trying to beat it from zero, so it isn't as bad as it seems. After any memory you may have to learn, every gameplay style comes back together in a neatly wrapped bow. Whether it's more learning or more skill based, each grind has an intermediate step where you need to learn each little part one by one. These are what I call tiny runs, since they all basically consist of one gameplay part per run. Look at the background, just look at this run back here. Look, it's a little tiny run, how cute is that? And by the way, I've skipped going from zero because that will come into play later, trust me on this one. Time for the small runs now, shall we? Now this is a smaller part of the process since the small runs aren't much bigger than the tiny runs. Most of this phase is just putting some sections together to make it look like you almost know what you're doing. Learning doesn't just stop here, as you not only get better at already learned sections, but you also learn the transitions between them. The way each part goes into another matters, and sometimes it matters a lot. Like a lot. Thanks Minecraft for this nightmare in Celestial Force, couldn't have hated this part enough without it. These smaller runs usually have 2 or 3 sections of gameplay within them, and doing each run multiple times helps a bunch with consistency. Wait, did we even touch the actual level yet? Hey, we get to play the video game finally. This is where we can fully practice 0% since we're going from 0%, which is also why I said we can ignore it earlier. Yeah, technically you can practice earlier, but if you're gonna play from it now, why waste your time? There won't be much progress yet since you still have a bunch of smaller sections to deal with later in the level, but once you get around the 25 to 35% mark, you can start making bigger runs. The gamble with this phase is that you can spend as much time on it as you want. You can get good progress by going from zero, but you also risk dying to a later part if you don't get consistent. Wait guys, is that consistency itself calling? This is a perfect segue, don't mind if I do.
13 days. Count your blessings. Death is approaching. Also, like and subscribe if you're enjoying this video so far. Only 2.5% of viewers are subscribed.
Next phase please. Yeah, remember the small runs? Time to make them not small by shoving them together. See this run worth 1/4 of the level? Watch it magically combine with this other 4 to make a half. Now obviously this takes time, but doing smaller grinds to get these bigger runs makes a hell of a difference in the consistency department. Completions will feel much easier and much better when you don't have to pray something goes your way. I mean, sometimes you'll have to pray anyways, but it'll at least make the problem much less of an issue. Oh, they're going? Are you serious? This is all your fault. After getting some good long runs, now you can finally try to beat the level. Going from 0% can be a very long and very painful process if you're not in the right headspace. While playing from 0%, it can be a good idea to take a break every once in a while to play different parts of the level. This breaks the cycle of going from 0% and it makes the level more fun to endure. As long as you stay consistent, there isn't much more to it. Once you beat the level, you can show it off to all your friends and post it to YouTube. Of course, it's much more than that. It'll feel like a big achievement, hopefully, and you'll gain a ton of skill from the time you dedicated to it. GG's Fire XY in the background. Nice one. I hope you all enjoyed this video. This video is hopefully much more well made compared to my other videos since I got a new PC, and I hope to continue to do more soon. My life has been pretty busy recently due to school and a bunch of trips I've had to take, so I hope you're not too disappointed with the amount of time this video took to make. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, let me know with a like, and if you feel like filling my coin jar, press the sub button too. If you want to be an active part of the community, I have a Discord server now in the description, and if you feel like joining, go down, click that link. There's a great community in here, and I'd like you to be a part of it. As I'm making this video, I have memberships live now. If you feel like supporting me, which no pressure at all, I understand if you can't pay for it or you don't feel like it, completely understand. I'll just put the benefits up on screen if you're interested. Lastly, before this video ends, I want to come on here without a script, without anything, and just thank you guys for the honest support you've given me. This past month has been really crazy with the UNB Crusher verification. We didn't initially expect it to be the actual hardest 2-player level, but it ended up being that. And because of a bunch of different factors, my video on the level blew up, and I can't thank you guys enough for it. It's surreal to see my channel just blow up so fast in such a short amount of time, and it's all because of you guys. If you do enjoy seeing me and Draconics play 2-player levels, don't worry, that's not stopping anytime soon, and we have some great plans for the future. Everybody that helped with UNB Crusher put a lot of time and effort into it, and I'm just so thankful that the level's out and that me and Draconics were able to be the ones to verify it. Thank you all for the amazing comments, and I hope you enjoy what's next to come on this channel. Anyways, with that, that's all for me. I hope you all have a great day. Bye bye!